Transitioning usually means that a youth has been in care of some kind. And in care means in foster care, on a youth agreement, or the government somehow is your guardian. They basically are your support, which is wonderful, and it's amazing for youth to have the right foster parents, to have the right youth agreement and the right youth workers. But then once you turn 19, it drops. You get let go from the system because you have now aged out. And this brings to the transition age.
And all of a sudden you have no one you can talk to, no one you can text or call and just be like, I'm having a rough day.
Hollyburn was trying to find a way to service those kids and to continue care for the kids that were already in our care. So the Youth Unedited project, the focus was to provide a platform where young people could identify their needs and could express feedback for their time in care in order to improve services for younger children, but also to meet that gap of kids that were above 19. My name is Cassandra, and I'm the transition support worker here at Hollyburn.
My name is Anna. I'm currently working with homeless youth age 16 to 24 on the North Shore.
So Youth Unedited was a project started in collaboration with Hollyburn Family Services and the Vancouver Foundation. We had some definite components that were important to us. We wanted to provide leadership to the young people so that they could become leaders in the community after the project completed. And we wanted them to be able to provide feedback, which meant that we needed to give them that platform. And it wasn't just going to be about me and Anna hearing them out. It was definitely about them being able to speak to service providers and trying to figure out a way that they were comfortable with that, but also find a unique way to do that and an impactful way to do that.
When I was given the project, they identified a youth in the community, Sharia, to be sort of a co-youth facilitator. A co-youth facilitator.
I heard about Youth Unedited through Paul, and he suggested that I help build this program for youth to express the flaws within the system. So I felt that I could be a part of something bigger.
I think the main thing that I gained from being a part of Youth Unedited is just an amazing support network of friends and support workers who really understand where I'm coming from and who are aware of my experience and can relate to it in a way that a lot of the population just can't.
Being a junior facilitator was complicated in many ways because I was put in the position to be the mediator between the facilitators and the youth. I was being put to that position because I can relate to the youth better, because I've been in their footsteps, I'm the same age as them. Their cultures weren't being recognized and they were being put aside, and that was unfair. So within this group, we found that maybe there's ways we can get elders of different communities to be able to teach these youth who are struggling with their own culture and their own identity.
I wasn't connected to a social worker or to the ministry until I was 18 years old, when I was homeless and living in safe houses and trying to organize things on my own and figure out what to do. And even then, by that point, there just wasn't very many options. So I had initially left home at 16 and lived with friends, and even at that point, nothing was reported. So when I left home at 18, it was sort of seen as though it was too late, and that was really frustrating because at that point there wasn't very much that they could do.
My name is Malika, and the day that this all became tangible and very, very much real was the day I got the phone call from you and Anna saying that we had a date and a time for meeting the minister.
You go.
Like, these kids sat down at the end of Youth Unedited and told their youth experience to the minister of MCFD, which was just, I don't know, it was such an amazing thing to see. And I think they had a pretty powerful impact on the minister. She brought a bunch of her deputies with her, and they're powerful stories to hear. Like, we'd heard them for months, and they're still hard to hear when they sit down and lay them all out for you, you know?
Since the group, I just feel like I want to do more. Having people to talk to and having this network of supporters who you can call or text anytime you're going through something. Yeah, I don't feel as alone or lonely, I guess.
It was really amazing to see kids who were silenced for so much of their lives going through the system, and they were able to find their voice through this project and get their voice back.
And they're all still involved with each other, which is pretty cool. They've created bonds that I think will last probably a lifetime, and yeah, I think they've grown a lot as a group and as individuals. They've done some pretty amazing things. A couple of them have requested their ministry files and all their health files and tried to piece together pretty traumatic childhoods, and yeah, it's cool to see kids like process that information and figure out how to get through it, I guess.
So moving forward, decided that we were going to build a youth advisory council. And to do that, we are going around to different high schools and youth groups to be able to find the youth that are interested in giving back to the community.
I really hope that I'll be able to continue to speak and share my experience with other people and organizations that are in a position to help and to change the way things are right now.
So what we're going to do is build a youth advisory council of youth that hopefully can give positive feedback, that can form or change into a mentor program as well to help other youth.